My name's Carl Cunningham. I'm 29 years old, from Wolverhampton.
My name is Sumin Nantongo. I'm 19 years old. Originally, I come from East Africa, to be precise, Uganda.
I'm Priscilla McInnes. I'm 21 years old and I live in Belston.
Hi, I'm Maz. I'm 23 and I'm from Wolverhampton.
My name is William Walker. I'm 47. I'm from Wolverhampton.
My thoughts of Wolverhampton. It's home. Mostly cold. Friendly people. Most of the time, people like to say hello, whether they know you or not. There's a lot of youngers in Wolverhampton that don't have a lot of guidance, don't have anything to do. Grew up running around in the streets mainly, rather than being in youth clubs and having mentors and stuff like that, like you have outside of Wolverhampton. But
My thoughts about Wolverhampton is, one, I love it. It's quiet, the people are nice, friendly and disciplined.
I think Wolverhampton's a lot bigger than I'm used to because I grew up in a little countryside, but it's got plenty of stuff to do, so it's a good place.
It's rubbish, isn't it?
Yeah.
My thoughts on Wolverhampton. I used to live in Malvern in Worcestershire. I moved out to Wolverhampton 3 years in 2010. Where I used to live before, there was no stuff, decent colleges and stuff like that. I had to travel to Worcester, which is about 8-10 miles away. And to do anything right now, you've got to literally travel. Since I've been in Wolverhampton, I've done a lot with at the college and a lot of IT, health and safety, first aid type courses, and it's really up my eyes since I've been up here now. Since being Malvern, which is quite a sheltered place for training purposes and that, and even jobs as well.
I think social exclusion, I think that starts 9 times out of 10 in your home, growing up, or it's in your home in general, where you might fall into a situation where you're drinking or abusing drugs, selling, just within that field, and you're just different. You could be just different, like different things from most people out there. Social exclusion is 9 times out of 10 starting off in the home, from when you're growing up around people that just don't have the same differences and you don't probably appreciate your differences, and you end up in a box or end up on your own. Friends will kind of walk away from you and stop calling you as much and family will start coming to check for you, and you'll find yourself in that situation where you are a victim of social exclusion.
People face social exclusions due to it could be their social life, age, gender, and disabilities. Some feel like they're not accepted in the society. That way it affects them.
At the minute, I don't think so many people do face social exclusion, but with all the different welfare reforms coming into place and all the educational reforms, everything's gonna probably blow up in people's faces and people will feel socially excluded. For instance, with the educational reforms, you've got the fact that they're changing GCSEs so that it's not coursework based anymore. This is a massive problem for people with different learning styles. There's at least 3 different learning styles which examinations can't cater to. So a lot of people are going to drop in their grades, and because of that they'll be socially excluded from educational facilities. Other welfare reforms are with the budgeting crisis. At the minute, people probably feel like the class system is coming back into place, which is quite bad because there's already so many different categories at the minute of classes and genders, and we're trying not to discriminate against anyone. But at the minute it's even happening in employment, and younger people are finding it especially difficult if they've come out of college and not had any previous experience, because it's quite blatant that you're more employable if you're already employed. So what do people do if they haven't got the right qualifications and no experience? They're going to end up feeling socially excluded.
Well, people who's unemployed and people who's at work look at it slightly differently. Because, you know, even though I'm doing this volunteering work, you know, somebody saw me at the job centre the other day where I trained, but she still gave me a fun look. I was just signing on, but doesn't mean I was only going there for signing on. I might be doing other stuff in the meantime. And I know from Taekwondo and that. So it's a pain. People who's unemployed, as I say, there's not much jobs going around anyway, and they have to claim benefits in one way or another to help ends meet. So that's my aspect on social exclusion anyway.
Better Off in Wolverhampton project is a project that helps young people. Better Off in Wolverhampton offers group sessions, advice on how to manage your money, manage your home and the bills as well.
It's a lottery funded product helping 16 to 24 year olds primarily with financial confidence and inclusion.
Whatever circumstance you're in, or if you're in debt or any kind of issues, you can go to Citizens Advice Bureau and find out the best course of action through Better Off Wolverhampton.
The Better Off in Wolverhampton deals with 16 to 24-year-olds, how to budget their money, budget their lifestyle in different ways. It may help other people in different age groups, but mostly we help 16 to 24 years in that help with maybe their jobs, maybe their help towards their benefit systems, how to calculate their benefits, and even help with some type of budgeting on their bills and something like that.
To be honest, I became part of this group because I needed something to do, kind of partly to help others that are in my situation or been in my situation before, and just be there to learn and get a better help myself as well, to bring myself out of my shell and meet people from the general public that you don't normally probably speak to, you wouldn't approach or willingly get involved with, and help me bring myself out of my shell and help others.
I wanted to be part of the Better Off Wolverhampton project because it's helping me build up my skills, because I'm studying administration, so it's building up my administrative skills. It's helping me on how to walk around people and how to be confident in what I do.
I wanted to be part of Better Off Wolverhampton because I know that the main point of the project is helping people, and I want to help people and be a part of that, and I want to be a part of the team. I want to know what goes on behind the scenes, and that's why I joined.
I've always been very passionate about working with younger people, especially as I've worked as a peer mentor for about 10 years now. So it's a way for me to gain even more experience in the industry and do what I love doing.
Well, at the start, I came from the job centre because I was on through the disablement officer, Bob, and they was looking for some types of jobs so I can do work experience. So I came through that way to the Better Off in Wolverhampton project, and I started going to look at it, and I started to enjoy it now. So technically, it's given me an insight. But it will help me later on if I want to find other types of work, part-time or full-time, and also I can do this in parts as well as me doing full-time work as well.
I've benefited from Better Off in Wolverhampton because I feel that as long as I've been here, I've never really had the amount of help I've had in a short space of time that I've had from Better Off in Wolverhampton and Citizens Advice Bureau. All the advice I've had and help that I've had when I've came into the Citizens Advice Bureau has opened my eyes. Stuff I wouldn't find out from off the street or through companies. But you find out your rights and what you can do, what you're entitled to, how best these issues that you have will play out through Citizens Advice Bureau. You can get all the ins and outs and be prepared more than anything.
It's given me a lot of confidence because I've been out of work for a year or so. So it's given me a lot more confidence to just throw myself into a work-based environment and go through it.
Seeing what the team do, it's helped me gain more confidence in going out and helping people as well. I feel like they've pushed me a lot more, and it's good to hear like the responses from people who say thank you for helping me and things like that. So I'm really proud of that, and I've come out of my shell a lot more. I've interacted with people a lot more, especially coming from uni. I wanted to be a part around people again. So yeah, that's how.
Well, both of sides, like the admin side, because of me doing stuff from college, that's all I learned. It's college stuff. So technically, all the admin side of it, or dealing with it, or putting people's information into the computer, is giving me a better aspect. Just doing, just putting stuff on the college where you just have work from a book. So this is more general stuff to help me to learn the systems, like databases, input data using the Petra system. Also doing other projects like research, typing up stuff, and stuff in general. So it's given me a better aspect in even looking for different types of jobs.
I'd recommend Better Off in Wolverhampton to others because it helps you meet new people, you get to see your good work pay off, and you get to do things that you like to do, like I studied 3 years doing art and I've incorporated my art whilst being in the project, so they find something for you to do, something that you like, and if you're quiet or whatever, you come out of your shell a lot more whilst you're there.
The team's very friendly and there's always something for you to do.
Everybody says that at any point you can't find work, but in my aspect, since I've been looking at couldn't find work, there is people who can find jobs to do, even if it's voluntary and that. And the trouble is, there's not in the way I'm on doing work experience, but I can still carry on volunteer at the end of this after my period's up, or I can go on and come in on full time, then doing volunteer after that. And I'll go and look at other different avenues, but there's still not many jobs right there. But people need work experience anyway to help them with so I've just come out of college, so that's all I've got, is college, that's it. So this is giving me an aspect to look for different types of work again. Since I've been out of work for over 10 and a half years in my life, from being ill and now unemployed.
I would definitely recommend Better Off in Wolverhampton to anybody really. Everybody needs a little bit of help sometimes, and not willingly wanting to come forward and admit it, but if you know someone and you catch up in conversation, you never know who you can help and who you can speak to that could be better off in Wolverhampton.
That was his fault. Yeah, because I've seen it somewhere like that. He's gonna edit it, so he will take that out after laughing at it, and then he's gonna.
Really?
No way! Yeah, she did a great job. Wow, that was nice.
Wow.
I did it all. Yeah. That's good.
I'm joking, I do that.
You're good at this. Yeah, I'll leave that out.